Hello, and thank you for being here. My name is Mike Schutz. As you can tell by my name and my funny accent, I'm not from here. I am coming from Microsoft corporate in the United States, and so it is my pleasure to be here today as part of the Microsoft Management Summit to help introduce the local customers here in Russia to Windows Server 2012. My team is responsible for the product strategy and product management of the Windows Server product, as well as our System Center management products. And so today, what we talked about with the customers and partners in the room were highlighting some of the key industry trends that are transforming the IT industry today. In particular, the amount of devices, handheld and mobile devices, as well as tablets and PCs that are entering the workforce and the marketplace today. Many of those devices are not owned or controlled by the IT department, and that presents challenges in securing and managing the data that those applications and services need, as well as the end users need to be productive. We also talked about these new devices driving a new style of applications that are mobile, that are social. They are used in collaborating with one another. And they often rely on the internet or the cloud to provide some of the data for them. All of these are driving a huge amount of new data. The amount of data is doubling every few years that our customers need to manage. And that also causes challenges with how do they provide insights from the data to help make business decisions, to help them run their businesses, but also how do they control access to that data and manage the costs of storage. And all of these trends drive a new type of data center and server computing called cloud computing. We often get asked about the cloud, and at Microsoft our view is cloud is not a location, in that it's not just about the internet and the public cloud, but it's a style of computing that's a transformational of how our organizations manage and deploy server applications. And so we often talk about what we call hybrid IT, and hybrid IT is where an IT organization would have applications and servers running in their data center, but they could also leverage services from a service provider or a hoster, or even a public cloud provider like Microsoft. And so our goal is to provide a great hybrid solution across our customers' data centers, our partners' data centers, and the public cloud with Windows Azure at Microsoft. And so all of these trends have led us to, with our customers and partners, deliver what we call the Cloud OS vision. And Cloud OS really represents our strategy for delivering a modern and consistent platform for the modern applications that our customers would like to deliver. And there are four elements that we talked about today that make up our Cloud OS vision. One is transforming the data center, helping organizations make their data centers more flexible, more agile, and more cost effective. Delivering a new platform for modern applications so that they can deliver applications to the end users in the form factors that they like, that are mobile. They can access those applications from anywhere. And they're social in nature to enable better collaboration. As part of our strategy, the SQL Server platform offers a great platform for providing insights to data. As I mentioned, the amount of data is exploding, and helping our strategy by using SQL Server and our Office tools to help manage and control that data, but also help provide end users the ability to easily manipulate the data using the tools that they're familiar with and deliver insights to help run their businesses. And lastly is really about the employees and the end users to help make what we talk about as people-centric IT. IT being able to help end users be productive from anywhere. and using the devices that they love to use and deliver great experiences while still managing those and providing centralized security and controlled access to the data. So helping balance the needs of the end users with the needs of IT. And so what makes the vision and strategy from Microsoft unique are four elements. One is we really want to make sure that we're delivering a consistent platform for a hybrid environment. As I said before, hybrid is a key element of our strategy, and making sure that organizations can leverage cloud computing in their data center and controlling it in what we call private cloud, or using hosted cloud services in a service provider, or in Windows Azure in the Microsoft data center. And so providing a consistency across a number of elements. Number one, a flexible deployment platform so that organizations can build applications using the .NET application platform from Microsoft and the Visual Studio tools, and deploy those applications in any one of these three locations. Providing unified management so that IT organizations are able to manage their applications and servers regardless of whether they're in their data center, but also spanning into service providers and into Microsoft data centers. So providing a centralized console for management helps provide the IT department more control over this hybrid IT environment. Common identity and security. Active Directory is a technology that we've had in Windows Server since Windows 2000, and most of our enterprise organizations leverage Active Directory for their authentication of end users and to help secure access to their environment. And we provide a consistent platform across Windows Server and Windows Azure leveraging Active Directory. We also have a common virtualization platform in Hyper-V and a common file format for our virtual machines so that organizations can virtualize their servers using the Microsoft virtualization platform that we call Hyper-V and bring those to a service provider without making any changes to those applications, or even very easily move them into Windows Azure in the public cloud if that's something that they would like to do. And I mentioned SQL Server earlier. It's a key element of our data platform story, and it runs great on Windows Server. And so those are the elements, focusing on consistency and the comprehensiveness of our offer across private cloud, hosted cloud, as well as public cloud with Windows Azure. The other thing that we took into consideration as we developed the Windows Server 2012 product was the experience that we have. And that experience comes from working with years of customers. We have hundreds of thousands, even millions of customers who use Windows Server on a daily basis, and they provide us great feedback on what they would like to see out of the operating system. Today, Windows Server has roughly 75% market share of all x86 servers, and so the vast majority of all servers run the Windows Server operating system. So we have the opportunity to gather insights from all of our customers. At the same time, Microsoft over the years has established a significant amount of experience in building and deploying large-scale public cloud services like Bing. Bing is our search platform and delivers over 5 billion queries per month, and running across hundreds of thousands of servers. Office 365 is a collaboration solution that's online. Outlook.com and Hotmail serve over 350 million users globally. And so we have over 200 public cloud services that we've learned from and what it takes to deploy and manage large-scale public cloud services. And this provided us the opportunity to bring those learnings and that experience into a very approachable and easy-to-use product in Windows Server so that customers can get the benefits of cloud computing in their own data centers. And so that experience has really helped us to deliver Windows Server 2012. Because I was in the product team, I've been part of every Windows Server release since Windows Server 2000. Windows Server 2012 represents about 3 to 4 years of work. We wrote the planning document about 3.5 years ago and outlined, based on what I talked about, the learnings and our customer partner feedback. And since then, Microsoft has applied several thousand man and woman years of engineering time to deliver this product. A tremendous investment in engineering and research and development over this period of time, ultimately delivering over 375 new features and capabilities, and all focused at helping bring the power of cloud computing to our partners and customers and to run in their data centers for this hybrid environment. And so today, I'm very pleased to be here to introduce the Russian market to Windows Server 2012. It represents a tremendous milestone for us. So today we talk to the customers who are here about some of the new capabilities in the product, particularly around virtualization. There's great new features in virtualization that leapfrog many of the alternative virtualization platforms in the market in terms of scalability and performance. There's great features, new features in networking, providing network virtualization, in storage, by providing the ability to pool and deliver low-cost, resilient, and available storage behind a virtualized environment. And possibly most important, the ability around automation. We have a technology called PowerShell that IT administrators use to automate and write scripts to help reduce the amount of manual and repeated tasks and let those be automated. And that lets IT organizations be more efficient and reduce their overall costs. As I mentioned, it's a very broad and deep release, and so we wanted to have this event to introduce our customers and partners to the product so that they could learn more and understand specifically what it can bring to their organizations. And so with that, that's a high-level summary of the product and what we talked about today. And so I'll pass it to Svetlana to talk about some of the Russian focus.